with that now in tow, we're now going to finally be going south. South is going to be interesting, as it's going to be closer to our next dungeon of sorts. Now, there's a lot of things you can do while on the ocean. Like I mentioned before, that there are these little mini games of sorts with these little rupees that pop up from time to time. So you can run them over to get, whatever money is on the amount. But there's also actually, you can't see it. There are sometimes little small glowy spots that are not part of or at least not part of everything that's the game has, or at least for treasure chests anyway. They're like little mini circles of sorts. After you get those, you can pick those up at any time, and they'll usually have like 50 rupees or 20 rupees, depending on the rarity of the chest. But we want to head south this way. So now we can go south, and you can see how the Swift Sail does. The Swift Sail makes your boat travel twice as fast. This item is actually pretty interesting, as according to in-game data, that there was this item was meant to be here. It was meant to be in the original GameCube release, but it was not done. It was not implemented. There are icons showing up that does show that this was at some point in development that it was going to happen, but it didn't happen because the GameCube was not powerful enough. So this is one of the sails that they implemented. So if you have, but you can go on the normal sail at any time by pressing the A button. Which you can see that difference between the sailing of the islands. It is very, very a big difference. It makes sailing all the much easier. Do I actually have? Yes, I do. I do have stuff here. Oh, look at that. We actually have something I can show off here. So I gotta find that map now. Oh, there it is. So this one is treasure chart 34. Oop. Need to go back around. We cruise back this way. Go back here, and let's drop our stuff in, and we get our fancy treasure chest. And what do we get for this fancy little thing? Da-da-da-da! You get a silver rupee! It's worth a whopping 200 rupees! It's time to joy! Hey! We just bought that Swift Sail a little while back, and now we've made up our money for it. Nice! Nice, I just saw the... Where did the fish go? There's the fish. Hey, buddy! I need to put it down here. And I'm not going to go after all the islands, but this is an important island they'll be for later, so we might as well have it now. Oi, so Fry! Yeah, I've heard you had taken on a chart and all information about this island. Then start pumping up that sea chart of yours. Alrighty. Huzzah! And now we got a triangle isle of sorts. Interesting. Tell me, Small Fry, have you ever caught a fairy before? Because from what I've been told, you've been beaten to a pulp by monsters and such, and you think you might finally have met your match. If you got a fairy with you, then you got nothing to worry about. Don't you wish you had something handy for carrying fairies around with you, Fry? If you want one, go south from here until you see a miserable-looking submarine floating on the sea. Looky there. And that's all I have to offer for you. If you want to hear it again, throw some more bait. You actually don't have to. What is actually interesting about the fishman here, is that you don't need to actually feed him bait again. On the gamepad map, there'll be a fishman on that particular square now. So every time you need information about a particular island, you can just tap that icon on the gamepad, and there you go. Instant information means you don't have to pay another bit of bait to get him out. We want to head right here, I believe, because there's a miserable-looking submarine off in the distance. I think over here. Well, it's right here. There it is. I overshot it. This is what this fishman was talking about. So do I have any good items? No, I don't. Not in the moment. Alright. So what we're going to do... Oh, there's a bogoblin here. But we're going to be pickpocketing him. That's another thing with the grapple hook you can do now. You can grab the rare treasure that's on every enemy that has a treasure. So if you want, like, the 2 jellies and whatnot, you can actually equip your grappling hook and grab them, so you can grab the item from them and still kill them off anyway. Well, alright, we're on here to these, oh, you stole my money! Cursed rats. Ah, these rats are annoying, because they've hit you, the money drops from you, which is annoying. Huzzah! Booyah! You got bombs! They've got a bomb. I got a sword. Where are you guys going? Where are you guys going, rat? Yeah, you dropped that money. Thank you. We want to kill these bogoblins here. But I want to get this, though. They also, too, have, I killed those guys too early. But after they grab their rare treasure, you can still pickpocket them for any other rupees, such as rupees, hearts, or something else for that matter. So, bear that in mind. Oh, actually, you can actually parry them. It's kind of rare you don't see the parrying of the bogoblins very much. Oh, they do drop a treasure jewel. Sweet. But mostly we picked out the rare stuff out of there, so what's left is just money. And what we get here? You get an empty bottle! Our second one. Oh, you rats! Aha! You got a bottle. Now pay for it. No, I'm not gonna pay for a bottle I legitimately stole for myself. Thank you very much. It's not like the bogoblin's gonna need it. They're dead now. All right, King. With no more dilly-dallying, let's go south more. I just gotta get my bearings a bit. That way. Now you've been seeing these platforms around too. These platforms, sometimes they'll have cannons on them, sometimes they won't. But if you defeat the cannons and/or defeat the foes that are on those platforms, you can get, some treasures out of there. So that's pretty useful in its own right. With that said, we're coming up to our next destination. Yes, you now see what rises up from the horizon. That's where you must go, my boy. The Forest Haven. Now, the Forest Haven is initially part of the Kikori Forest that was in Ocarina of Time. It may appear, though, this is a great tree rising from above the ocean surface, but it is a sacred place, and inside this grotto that you'll find the spirit of the earth, the great Deku Tree. You must speak with the Deku Tree and retrieve from him the sacred gem known as Pharaoh's Pearl. I fear that Gaidon's vile hand may have already reached the most sacred of sanctuaries. Go forth with caution, my boy. Right. Let's go up this way. Now, this is our new island, the Forest Haven, which is an introduction of another enemy type. These old boas. These essentially the boba babas. Yeah, boba baba seeds. Or you get these. This is what they only drop. You keep in the spoils bag. This is an evil plant's magic. Perhaps you can find someone to cook it up. Its magic can be unleashed. Booyah! Yeah, these are basically the Deku Babas of the game, where they just basically come up and want to eat. You want to capture these things because these things are a little bit of a magic, magic seed. So again, you can do something with that. Nope! I got eaten by the cursed plant. My boy! Do not question me, King of Red Lions. Ow! There we go. I usually don't have any problems with these guys. Yeah, actually I know. I'm recording myself, so the recording curse is now showing itself. You got that money there. But again, you want to grab these because, I guess, again, there's a lot of potions in this game. Like I mentioned the blue potion originally. If you collect enough of these magic seeds, you can actually get a free blue potion for doing so. If you collect enough of them and give them to the person that's here in this place initially. So we want to do that, if you so choose. That way you can actually make a blue potion for free. All you have to do is do a little bit of grinding, and that's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's see, do I need to... Yeah, that. I'm going to put your shield up here, block this Octorok. So you can swing on this bad boy like so. And off we go. And welcome to the Forest Haven's interior. The music's a little sublime, to be fair. But this actually starts up this water right here is actually different than normal water outside. But that's for a side quest a little bit later on, if you so choose to do it. Bear that in mind. There he is. That's an interesting looking tree. Oh, he's got jelly all over him. Ew. Chew jellies all over the place. That's a bad case of acne, I'll tell you what. Oh, we gotta save him. Save him. Hooah. We gotta take care of these bad boys. Now we got the red ones, but now we're in introduction of the green ones. The green choo-choos are basically of sort of an interesting type. You got some green chew jelly, keep in your spoils bag. Inside green choo-choos is a magical gelatinous essence, but it cannot be used in its current form. Green choo-choos love to hide inside their stub, or such. They can morph themselves into a really small sort of themselves. They can't be stunned, but we don't have the item required to stun them just yet. Well, we can't stun them with the grappling hook and grab their, their rare treasure that they drop. But alas, they also are on our island. If you don't take them all down, the remaining ones will just appear right on top of them, right back on the Deku tree, which means you just have to run into them and make them drop again. Up in here and huh! Well, maybe this sentient tree is a very honest being, because again, every person we've seen up to this point is not honest. So maybe he can be honest. Red Garb Beware, could you be the legendary hero? Here, has the king long last found the hero of time? Oh, what did you just say to me? What is the matter? Do you not understand the ancient Hylian tongue? So you're not the hero of time. As again, if you're not playing this mode, you would not know what those texts meant. I must apologize. I was in error. I saw your clothing, and suddenly I felt a longing for an age gone by. That longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips. So he is honest. So you can actually see the tunic that we're wearing. That's honest. I am the guardian spirit of the forest haven, the Deku tree. I owe you my thanks for aiding me in ridding of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the king of red lions, the one boat who speaks, who led you to this place? Yeah. So it is true. Then you have come because you have needed the pearl of the goddess. I see. I knew there was a reason the monsters had begun to concentrate in the regions around my wood. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children in the woods. The traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves. Oh, hi, Koroks. I think they look exactly the same as in Breath of the Wild. I think these models are ripped right from this game entirely. I think it makes sense. So what do you call yourself? Mah Boy? Oh, Mah Boy? These are the Koroks, the spirits of the forest. Once upon a time, long ago, these Koroks took on human forms. But when they became to live on the sea, they took these shapes. Now they fear people, but to me, they will be my cherished little children. As it happens, you have come just in time for a ceremony that the Koroks hold once every year, and it's about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to once the ceremony is complete. I must apologize for the brief delay, but if our ceremony does not complete soon, an ill fate could befall us. So, let it begin. Are you ready, my children? No, that was not. Oh, great Deku tree! Something terrible has happened! It's Makar! Makar! What's the matter, Linder? You and Makar are always late. No, it's not that great Deku tree. Makar fell into the Forbidden Woods. What? The Forbidden Woods? I told him to be careful, but still Makar flew over the Forbidden Woods and he's too close to it. Foolish little Makar. My boy, have you heard of all this? The Forbidden Woods are right beside the Hollows Island of our forest haven. Those woods, the whole regions of Vile Place, has home to evil beasts. And now it seems they are taking a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you. This is why he brought you here. I am sorry to ask this of you, but can you go rescue young Macaw for me? I guess so. But Great Deku Tree! People can't fly through the air! Oh yes, thank you, child. You are right. It is not possible to enter those woods from sea, is it? My boy, I guess from your size you're heavier than my Korok children. Yet I think we should be able to solve this dilemma. You must use the item as a bus upon you and fly through the sky. So he's going to bestow us our next item. He gives us a leaf. Ooh. Forgive me, my boy, but you can go climb up my crowd and get the leaf from up there. Yes. Yes, we can. And we're gonna have to. Also, I do want to point out something here. There is, before we jump up here, I believe, is it back here, or... I know that there's a little alcove you can find where there is a multicolored fairy in this place. Yeah, right here. In the original GameCube game, you had to complete the Picto Box quest line. Then you would have to go and pick up this multicolored fairy and bring it back to the photographer to get the upgraded Picto Box that we already have. In the HD version, you don't have to do it. After you complete initially his 3 tasks for him, he gives you the digital basically the deluxe Picto Box by doing so. So by all accounts, this particular multicolored fairy is not needed in the slightest. Now you can bring him back. You can bring him that multicolored fairy and says, thanks to technology and such, we don't need to work on stuff like that. We can now make pictures color without using fairies or something like that. So we have these Deku Buds that we're using to get up here. These Deku Buds, you have to be careful. They follow the camera with you, and you have to push up on the control stick to move in the direction you want. If not doing so, you will be falling straight to the ground. But you got a Deku Leaf! Stand up and use it with X, Y, or R. Plant your feet on the ground and use it to blow blasts of air objects like enemies. You can also jump in the air and use your magic power to drift currents of the wind. So now we get our magic meter too. Swordsman, over here! Please, you must fly over here using your Deku Leaf. Okay. Hold on. Hold on to your arms. Oh crap! No, I didn't even equip the thing. Oh, I should have. My boy. Sorry, I'm not the most perfect hero. Let's see. Cut. Now we can open our leaf. Now we can fly up, and basically, anytime you're using the leaf in the air, you will lose magic power over time. So bear that in mind. Alright, Sora, what do you got? Very good, Miss Swordsman. You already mastered using Deku Leaf. You need to equip it first, though. But, you know, second try is always good. But since you're so much heavier than we are, you can't fly very far, can you? How unfortunate. Well, anyway, this is the exit that leads to the Forbidden Woods, where our brother Makar is being held. Will you take care of Makar? Now, as we're back to the main recording session here, if you are low on magic and you jump into these Deku Buds, they will restore a bit of magic to you. So you're not going to be stranded. The game does not strand you for any reason. This game is very user-friendly. And now to get into there, we're going to have to move the winds to get over to that ledge. Now if you fall into the water here, it will warp you back to the top of these lands, so you're not out of commission. No, congratulations, Swordsman! It appears you have finally gotten the Deku Leaf. That eerie-looking isle over there is home to the Forbidden Woods. Makar is trapped somewhere within there. You have to float over there to the entrance from using your Deku Leaf. But when you're flying with Deku Leaf, you're at the mercy of the wind. If the wind can't carry you there, you'll fall into the sea before you land. If only the wind were blowing in the right direction to carry you there. So we need to open our Wind's Requiem. So now we can move the wind in our particular direction. We'll do it right this way. Huzzah! Wow, the wind's blowing just right. How'd you do that? I used a stick. A stick? Well, anyway, please, ride this wind to the southwest and let it carry you into my friend Oloville. First, make sure you equip your deck you leave is set to the buttons. Don't do like you did earlier and just crash down to the ground, please. I guess the news is spreading, isn't it? Really? Seriously? Whatever. Alright, let's fly up this way. Huzzah! Yeah, so we are at the mercy of the wind, as it has been trained. If we try going in the other direction, we won't be going anywhere. And we land on here. And the game, though, the Nintendo released the game developers knew that you'd be running out of magic. So all these plants here drop magic, guaranteed. So there are small and big balls of magic. So now you can increase it between each typical. The small ones fill the small part, the big ones fill the large part of magic. Nice job, Swordsman. It looks like you already mastered your Dick Leaf. You're a quick study. Despite your falling down without equipping it, but you know, will you please stop spreading that rumor? Sorry, it was just so hilarious to see you fall to the ground like that. Anyway, the first thing you need to do is crash around here to replenish your magic power. The entrance to Forbidden Woods is on a much higher level than the entrance to our forest haven. In order to get up to such a high place, you're going to have to catch a swirling updraft. You see the wind updraft, Swordsman? The updrafts around here move swiftly. You have to time your jump just right, so the wind will fill your dicky leaf and carry you to the updraft, giving you all the lift you need. Once you're floating on high, let the wind take you to the entrance of the woods. So we need to face this direction, activate our wind's requiem, and now we can face that way right there, and booyah! Wind power is a go-go, baby. And now we gotta time this wind draft. Oh! Get it there? Now we got it. There's also some P-hats here. There's a new enemy type we're up against. These things can knock you out of your leaf, so just dodge them. Ooh, goodness, that was close. And there is a drop indicator on the ground, so if you are flying up, you can use that. But P-hats hold this particular item, as well as the hammer rocks that we saw in Dragon Roost. These are golden feathers, keeping your spoils bag. A certain strangeness emanates from the quill, these beautiful stunning gold feathers. Well, green girls are said to be infatuated with these treasures. That is part of a side quest too. There is a Ritu that requires to get a few of these for your for his girlfriend. If you're doing so, you get a piece of heart for doing so. With that said, let's head off into the Forbidden Woods.